First of all, it's great to be back. It's been too long, but I had a chance to visit, to give a talk at a conference to a company that's actually London-based with team members from all over the world, from Africa to the Middle East. So I had a chance to do that, and also to do my book signing. I had a chance to launch my book, Keep On Pushing Hot Lessons from Cool Runnings. And while I was there, I also thought that I would volunteer some time to give back. So I went to a school, Northumberland Park, and spoke to the kids there, kind of just share my story with them. The book, Keep On Pushing Hot Lessons from Cool Runnings, as the name suggests, obviously has some bobsled analogies. It's a semi-autobiographical motivational book that speaks to the lessons, the life lessons that I've taken away from bobsledding, but also from the other aspects of my life as well, and how the reader can apply these lessons to their life in order to live their best life. So it's divided into 10 lessons, and when you read the lessons, the title of the lessons, you'll immediately see a bobsled connection. For example, one lesson would be twists and turns are a natural part of the course, obviously. And on a bobsled track, it's filled with twists and turns. And the only way to navigate or get from the top of the track to the bottom is to navigate those twists and turns. It's the same thing with our lives. It's filled with twists and turns, obstacles and setbacks and challenges. And the only way to get through it and live a successful life, as you define success, is to navigate those challenges. So, and at the end of each lesson, I created a section called Key Points to Remember, which has all the salient points from that lesson, and also an assignment, because the goal is not just to tell a story, but to inspire and challenge and encourage growth. So I want the reader to have an opportunity to apply those lessons that he or she has read to their own life. Yeah, well, in a significant way. I think, first of all, athletes recognize now that they can actually make money from sport, that it's a vocation. I think back in the 80s, certainly I grew up and competed in the 80s really just for the love of the sport, just for the opportunity to represent my country, and did not see it as a vocation. Athletes today are competing as professional athletes, so it's their way of life and the way they have a chance to make money. But they're still passionate, obviously, about the sport, and they have raised the standard significantly since the 80s. I think what happened in the 80s in terms of the performance of our athletes is that it inspired this current generation, and showed the athletes of the 80s raised the bar that was handed to them from. We're sitting here in London, 188 days away from the Summer Olympics, and this is where Jamaica first competed back in 1948. And I've always said that those guys back in '48 really set the stage for what's happening today.